Good morning, guys. Today we are doing Pokemon again. Our second video. The first one did have pretty decently. For Magic people wanting to have a look at something a little bit different, I think it's fun. Here I'm showing you another beautiful Daniel Arsham collectible Pikachu. This is a sculpture, and this artist is known for crystallizing things. He made a bunch of different sculptures of Pokemon, and I find them very decorative, fun, and fitting for me. Let me put them next to me so you can see what it looks like. They're quite fun and playful, just like the Charmander that we had in our first video. It got a fair amount of reaction, and let me put him next to us. So today we're going to do the Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes set. The first one, this is the first time we got to see the little face of these gym masters next to their Pokemon, and a lot of them are either in English or in Japanese. I opened a lot of these packs myself when I was a kid, if not almost all of them, to be honest, and when I decided to go for full sets of Pokemon as well, I already had them almost all incomplete, so filling them up was surprisingly quite cheap. For opening them myself, even though they aren't perfect 10s, you can see small little nicks here. They're still very clean. I'm not an absolute condition fanatic, as is very present actually on the Pokemon scene, so as soon as you get something that isn't graded a 9 or an 8, and it's just not graded but in good clean condition, it's not worth that much. So I guess good for me, because I can then complete all these sets fairly easily. They had quite an interesting way of classifying it, I find, where they had all the kind of most expensive and special foiling cards first, and after that you would enter your non-foils, and then your uncommons, and then your commons, and then to your trainers. I wonder what it would look like for Magic the Gathering if they did something like that. This is the English version of Sabrina's Gengar. I know the Japanese version, you can see a grave behind, and it's actually banned. That art is not welcome, apparently, due to its scary nature, and it was the same thing for one of Misty's cards with the Japanese trainer art, where she's almost unclothed in the shower. I like the art on Pokemon. It makes me feel like a child again. They're fun little creatures. We have a lot of these trainers that we either grew up seeing the video games, or the TV series, or played the video games. I remember do you remember the Snap? What was it called? I think it was on either Nintendo 64. It must have been on Nintendo 64. I think it was on Nintendo 64, where you would take pictures. You'd take pictures of the Pokemon, and that was like your way of catching them. Pokemon Safari. I wish I remembered the name. This is the Team Rocket card. I unfortunately don't know all the names. I only collect Pokemon as of the last 2 years, even though I've had most of the cards from my childhood. I just happen to have them in binders and never really went through them until I decided to just start putting sets together. So that's how I rediscovered the hobby, and I genuinely enjoy it. It brings a lot of memories. It's very affordable. Don't ask me about the gameplay. I wouldn't know what cost what, how much they are to, I can see that there is a cost to attack, but I don't know if there's a cost to play them. And I believe there is no instant. There's only kind of that sorcery speed stuff, which serves as, which are those trainer cards. I really enjoy seeing the art on so many of them. Obviously, Pikachu. This is the Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. And this was back in the days where Pokemon still belonged to Hasbro or Wizards of the Coast. And the Japanese version you can see were Pocket Monster. That's how it was called. English was Pokemon, the Japanese was Pocket Monster. These are very iconic and special cards that are still affordable. Don't ask me also why are some first edition and some not. Honestly, most of them I just cracked myself, so that's why. My father would travel to Japan a lot when we were children, and so we were very lucky, and every time he came back from holidays, he'd have a bunch of packs, and we would open them with my sister, and we'd put them in our binders, which I still have. I may share them on another video sometime if you haven't completely left me and unsubscribed, because I do Pokemon as well. Blaine's Quiz, I like these. They're really fun to me. The art is very playful, and this takes me back to my childhood. Is the gameplay fun and entertaining for a lot of you guys? Or do you just, for those that do collect Pokemon, do you just do set collecting like me? Do you just collect the rares and the holos and the non-holos? Let me get my other binder out for you. And tell me what you think of these binders. I really enjoy them. They're the 12 by 12 cards. There we go. Now we get to see everything. The most expensive and special card from the set is, of course, Charizard everything. This is the Gym Challenge one. The set before that we finished on the Energy was Gym Heroes, and this one is Gym Challenge. This is a beautiful, I'd say very clean Blaine's Charizard that I've had. Here is, Giovanni's Gyarados. And Erica's Venusaur, sorry. I still am unacquainted with a lot of the names because I forgot them, or there's those newer generation cards. But Sophia and I are catching up on a lot of those names. She actually should be here for these Pokemon videos, but isn't today. I love the art. I like the foiling. It's very fun, playful. I know I've repeated it 10 times, but it throws you into the universe right away. In this wild universe of Pokemon, which I very much enjoyed as a child. I don't know how relevant it is as an adult, but it's still, I still get very much excited and happy at the sight of many of them. Here is Misty's Gyarados in pretty clean condition for cards this old. A beautiful Mewtwo, Zapdos, Alakazam, and then we have our trainer cards here with those non-foils, those non-foil rares. What a beautiful Gengar. I'd love some people from the Pokemon community to tell me why, for example, Gengar is a crowd favorite, why it's not, let's say, more the legendary birds or stuff like that. Maybe there was some episodes or some lore and some stories that I missed out on. I'd be very happy to be caught up on it. So please educate me. This is not my, this is not exactly my territory, but I'm very happy to go through it and learn as you guys teach me along the way. I am also thinking of doing some Flesh and Blood and sorcery. I ordered a few boxes of sorcery as I pledged to their Kickstarter. That's what it's called. and Flesh and Blood. I have a lot of those boxes, which I told myself I was going to play, but then never really got to it. So if there's anyone that's curious and still listening at the 10-minute point, please let me know, and maybe we can kind of discover it together in video and go from there. You know, open some packs, figure out what's rare, what's not, and try to either complete a full set or even learn a little bit of the gameplay. Is that some kind of video that you guys would enjoy, or stuff that you'd like? Oh my, this is Neo Revelation, and this is a Game Boy promo that my sister got as a child, and I'm the one holding her card, so don't tell her. Vanessa, if you're watching, well, I guess I'm screwed. But this is definitely yours, and I have it nice and neat here in the binder. Yeah, these Pokemon cards are fun. Let me know if you want to go through more of the sets, and if you stay till the very end, I'll do, oops, what is that? If you stay till the very end, I'll do this, which are the Topps Chrome Pokemon cards, which is a very quick set. There were two series, Series A. These are actually quite expensive and valuable now, but yeah, I opened them as a kid, so that's all I know. Some were foil chrome, techno chrome, however you call them. But it's a fun set of cards that only has in its first edition 78 cards, I believe, and it showed you all of the Pokedex. Yeah, and these were Spectra Chrome, that's what they were called. Spectra Chrome. This is Techno Chrome, and the different foils. Yep, 78 cards, and then you went into Series 2, which I also have complete, and we can go over at a later date. So yeah, there you go. If you stick to the end, you got to see a few extras from different sets that I'll go over with you some other time. And let me know if you want to do more different TCGs, if you just rather we just do only Magic. I enjoy kind of discovering different card games or sharing my nostalgia with them. So would love to hear your thoughts and opinions and all of that. So thanks again for being with me. I appreciate it. It means the world. And so many of you, well, for me, having, you know, like 150, 170 subscribers is awesome for not even a month of being on YouTube. So I'm very thankful, and maybe I'll do a live session some point, opening some packs and talking to people if they want to. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.